Hey guys, I've been thinking a lot about this quote that I posted on Facebook and Twitter yesterday. The quote reads, "Strength of character isn't always about how much you can handle before you've been broken, before you've experienced some adversity. More often, it's about what you can handle after you've been broken." And that hit home with me. And I'm not saying that you have to understand or share the same motivation that I have. I'm saying that I hope and my aim is to show everyone, or at least make it possible for them to see, that whatever adversity you might encounter, it's always possible to make a positive out of it. And that quote also made me think of my weekend. On Saturday, I went to see Furious 7, the latest movie in the Fast and Furious line. And I wouldn't have thought much of the movie until the ending, when they did a tribute to Paul Walker, the actor who passed away in a car accident Thanksgiving 2013. He had a great organization called Reach Out Worldwide. His influence was felt around the world. His brothers knew that he would want that to continue even after he passed away. So now his brothers take on that project. After hearing about his brothers taking on that role, it got me thinking about what I'm doing and how I'm carrying on my brother's legacy. Yes, you do not have to share the same type of motivation that I do, because most of you, with the exception of my close friends and my family, did not have the chance to meet my brother. So I do not expect you to share the same motivation. But I do hope, and my goal is for you to gain from my big picture perspective, where little things, little challenges, things that happen every day that might not be according to your plan, that they don't bother you as much because you know what makes you happy. And you are able to maintain that perspective where those little things, they just keep rolling off your back. Another thing that Paul Walker said in an interview that I recently watched was that if you are fortunate enough to be in a position of power, and when I say power, I do not mean Twitter followers or Facebook friends, because in this day and age, there is a false sense of, if you have this many Twitter followers or this many Facebook friends, you have made it. But that is not the definition of being successful. When you have that blue check mark next to your Twitter handle or your Facebook name, it doesn't mean you have made it. You have made it when you feel fulfilled. Not because somebody else knows who you are, but because you have this sense of fulfillment. Getting back to what Paul was saying. If you are in the position to affect positive change, why not do it? That's why he started the organization Reach Out Worldwide, where he would help those less fortunate. And if you are in the position where you can have that type of effect, just like Paul was capable of doing, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it? And from the interview, I gained the perspective that Paul was that kind of guy. If he could help you, he would. And I don't know him, but from everything that I've read after seeing that movie, sounds like he's a pretty good dude. And he had his perspective, he had his big picture in line. And it's not about, oh, I'm famous because I have a lot of Twitter followers. I'm famous because people know me on Facebook. I'm famous and people know me because I'm trying to make a positive impact on the world. And he didn't want recognition. He just wanted to do it for the good of the people and to move them forward. And he was being selfless, which cannot be said for a lot of quote-unquote famous people. And if it's worth repeating, you have not made it. You have not made it to the top once you have gotten that blue check mark next to your name on Facebook or Twitter. You have made it when you can be honest with yourself and say that you are fulfilled and you feel as though you are doing everything you can to move yourself forward. Be motivated, and at the same time, have enough positive attitude to where it's contagious to others. That is where my brother and Paul, that is where their lives cross paths. And they didn't even know each other, but they're very similar from everything that I've known about my brother and everything that I've seen and read about Paul's actions in the communities. I wish there could be more people with that type of attitude, working for the betterment of everyone and to serve other people. I will keep going. I will keep doing this journey of spreading positivity because it's what Dan would want me to do. Until I see you again, keep it rolling, guys. Much love.